Alright, video 2. Ran out of time. This video will be about some of the new stuff I've made for the backhoe at school and stuff. Just stuff I couldn't really do here. Didn't have the tools or anything for it. But anyway, first thing I want to show you is some joystick handles I made. They're aluminum rod. I think it was like 1 inch or 1 inch aluminum round stock. Hang on, let me see this. Wow. Alright. Welded a bolt, 5/16 bolt in there. But anyway, I rounded them off, polished them, and then I put a knurl in them. A really fine knurl. No, that one's focused. That's it there. And then I took some 800 grit sandpaper and just sanded the tops of the knurl off so it was nice and smooth. It has grip, but it doesn't rip your hands to shreds when you're bouncing around. Drilled a just under 5/16. I'm not sure what. Actually, yeah, 5. Just under 5. I don't know. Drilled a hole, threaded it, drilled it all on the lathe so it's perfectly centered. Did everything on the lathe. Screws right on there. In the future, I'll probably get ones with electric switch on them, like the molded plastic ones, and then I can use them for like a mower and stuff like that. Which will be probably one of the first attachments I make is a hydraulic mower, because since I have the 8-gallon. Oh no, that's a 6-gallon, 6 GPM pump. I can probably get a fairly decent hydraulic motor. Both sides. I did cut these shorter, because you imagine this, like you have this chunk still there, plus this on top, and it's way too long. Just looks stupid. I did actually lose 2 inches here. Just decided it was going to be, I'd get used to it, build muscle. Anyway, I just hope I have enough room in between here and there for hydraulic hoses. Got doors, joystick handles, and then my pride and joy. Well, as you can see, I'll show you in a sec, but linkages is basically done. Just have to drill some holes, get new pins, run some hose mounts and stuff. And then this is probably one of the best things I've ever made for this sucker. That's cool. Hey. Thumb. I was just going to do a straight thumb, just like some out of U-channel, and weld a bracket on there, and then it would just fold down there. But then I thought, well, we got a cutting torch, a horizontal and vertical bandsaw, and all kinds of metal at school. So I said, screw it, I'll just make it while I'm still in school. I get off on June 18th or something like that, and we go back September, I don't know, 20th, I don't know, something like that. But, so what I did was I cut blanks out. First I made a pattern out of just some of that signboard. This plastic corrugated signboard. Cut it out, got the rough shape, then took X-Acto knife and kind of shaved a bit more off just to get the refined shape. Took it to school, cut it out of I'd probably say that's 1/4 inch 3/16 plate. And then and then I cut each one out individually, clamped them together, and then ground them down to match each other. You look right down that little curve and you see the other curve on the other side there, right there. It's perfect. And then after I ground them, I tack welded them together, cut a little kind of tooth out of sheet metal, and just lined them all up so I get the same sort of tooth all the way along. Marked them. I cut all these up to this one with the vertical bandsaw. You can probably see the blade marks in there. But anyway, and then I cut this side of the tooth with the bandsaw, but I had to cut these rest of these ones with the grinder, and that's why they're a bit screwed. I don't know. But anyway, and because I couldn't flip it over right, and couldn't get the bandsaw, like the space between the, say this is the blade, right? Space between the blade and the side of the bandsaw wasn't far enough that I could cut those out. But anyway, after I cut the teeth out, I drilled 1-inch hole. They had an actual 1-inch drill bit and a huge geared drill press. It's made in Switzerland or something, and it don't stop. It just keep going. Don't matter what gets caught in it. And then I took a piece of 1/4-inch plate. Luckily, it was actually exactly 5 1/4 inches, which I wanted, so I could have space in between there. Alright, but anyway, so I welded that. Or first, I had to cut notches in, because our torch wasn't working at the time all that great. It was almost empty, so it wasn't burning all that hot. So I cut some notches in with the grinder, about, I don't know, 1/16 in, and then I heated it up with the torch, stuck it in the vise, bent it to follow the curve. The reason I mounted it close to the teeth because I know these will probably wear off quite quick, and I want to be able to replace them with a bar of hardened steel, so I can just cut these off, clean to the plate, and weld new ones right to the plate. One modification I did have to make when I brought it home was this plate here was like, you see where it's cut off there, right? It used to come all the way down there. Problem was, it could only fold up to about, I don't know, there. Not even there, about there, because this plate was hitting the boom, as you can see, wood. So I cut it back. I had to cut it back so I would miss the linkage there. I think it should be okay. I don't think it'll hit too badly. If it does, then I'll just notch the thumb out more. And then the angle iron did come right out, but I had to cut that off so it could fold all the way down. Which actually it looks a lot better now too. It looked a bit stupid. I don't know. Here, I'll fold it down and I'll show you the top view of it. I just got a piece of copper wire just to hold it up. Right up there. That's what I've done is, ow, make this quick. Oh, there we go. I took same size plate, little chunk of plate as this, welded it to the edge, kind of make like a triangle shape there. Just to add a lot of strength on there. But originally I was just gonna do a plate straight, and then I thought, well, dirt's gonna get caught in there, and then it's gonna rust, and so I just made a round one. Looks a lot better. And then I welded another plate in there, and then I had to do these little brackets here because to fit around the thumb. Like you can imagine what another plate down there would do. So I had to little 1-inch ones, and besides up here, I don't think it's gonna take a lot of torture. It's all down there, right? So, and then unfortunately these were, I had another one set here, and if I had set them up like 1 inch or even 1/2 inch higher forward, it would have been fine. But of course I had to put them right there, and then they were hitting the bushings, pin bushings right there. So how to cut those kind of out. There's still a bit of material there, mostly weld, but there's still a bit of added strength. I didn't cut these right back. I left a little strip there. Just anything like that adds a lot of strength. Some nice welds in there. I just did single paths. I didn't bother with multi paths, like 1/4 inch fillet. It wasn't worth it. Cranked it up to 23 on our MIG 251 or 250. 251? 252, I'm not sure.